This then is the Of Legend set, comprising of 5 pieces. This is a crafted set, and honestly, I quite like the look of this. To craft this then, you will need to go into the treasure map dungeons or to your market board to find yourself one of the new materials, the legend material, as well as some other bits on screen there. Personally, I decided I wanted to craft this as a high quality set, because is it really crafted properly unless it's high quality? It doesn't really matter, it's Glamour. I just enjoy the sound, quite honestly, of a full, complete bar. The helm then, the Herald of Legend, as it is called, is quite interesting. It clips quite badly. I went back out and in again of a Grand Cosmos on Explorer to show this. Those are the 3 new hairstyles on the cash shop that were added yesterday. Honestly, the only way to get away from the clipping is probably to use something quite short, like the close shave hairstyle, which I don't particularly like. The chest piece, though, is the bit that really attracts my eyes. There's lots of detail on offer here with these beauty shots. I love the sort of leaf pattern across there, like the plants going up the side, the brass. I'm a bit of a stickler for loving brass. A bit of rose gold as well on here as well, in that kind of wrap, naturally, with a blue section on the loincloth there. The loincloth itself is split, as you can see there, to allow some leg. On its own, you can clearly see the sort of extent of that, which is pretty good, actually. It's pretty helpful, because it means that the top is quite separate from the bottom, which makes the top more usable. There is a few things that make the top a little bit annoying that we'll talk about later with the dyes, but it is beautiful. The sandals aren't too bad. They're nothing to write home about, though, in my personal opinion. Here we have my girlfriend and I, that back to back, showing the reverse and front of the dyes. These videos take quite a long time to make, so thank you very much for watching them. We have to do all of this manually, and yes, it's a bit of a hassle making sure that we've got the right amount of dyes for both slots there and back, so to speak, with the double dye system. But hopefully these videos have been helpful. They take a little bit longer to make, but I'm sure that people will want to know what things look like, and we've got a decent set of dyes. The thing I wanted to mention that is a little bit disappointing is there is quite a good section of blue on both the top and the loincloth there then, that will not change colour. It seems to be one of those stubborn blocks of colour that we can't seem to get rid of, that unfortunately end up sort of either pigeonholing you into a certain dye choice to make it look good with other pieces, or you have to end up making it the same color. In this case, like, that blue is quite a strong dark metallic blue from my at least my eyes say that. You could probably get away with some dark blues otherwise outside of that, but as you can see, like, the dark metallic blue is the thing that matches. It does dye quite nicely, though, aside from those block colors, and if you can find a way of hiding some of those, or just using some of the pieces that aren't that, then you're probably going to have better mileage. It isn't a bad looking set, in my opinion, but of course that will depend on what you think. But yeah, there are certainly some nice options here. It's just the blue bit really annoys me personally. If we have a little bit more focus then of that the dye palette close up, you'll see that the headdress has the silver chain and then the blue feathers, and the same can be said for the top as well, which looks really good in that dark metallic blue. When it comes to actually combining then the chest piece, probably my favorite of the items, honestly, the Chiton of Legend is probably the best bit. There is a bit of a problem that I've noticed. The blue seems to be a part of the upper arm on the chest piece, which I thought I might be able to hide by using something with really long sleeves, like, just for example, there's the Pantheon set. Yeah, it doesn't go quite high enough. In fact, there really isn't that many items that go high enough, like even big bulky gear, which is not something I would use in this Glamour. You're still going to get a bit of that blue sticking out regardless of however you dye it, which is a real shame, because as you can see, like, the combination possibilities, this is the Sharewiz skirt from Occult Crescent, for example. I think that goes really nicely with the Legend top, but the blue, I don't know, maybe incorporating it as part of the color scheme That might be the best way, like an azure blue or a dark blue. Like as you can see here, the blue works quite nicely with this, actually. It doesn't matter really what blue we go for. We could probably go for a darker blue, but that looks nice together. But unless you really like blue, you're going to have to deal with the fact that it's very difficult to cover the ribbon up on the side of the arm there. That's something I didn't really think about. But yeah, all in all, the set's not too bad. I have my own grievances with that, and I think it's possible to put together some quite nice outfits with the chest piece, and some of the other pieces I'm sure could be useful. But yeah, would I rush out to go and craft or purchase from a market board all of the pieces? Probably not. And hopefully that's where this video comes in and helps you decide if things are worth it for you. Anyway, much love, more videos from 7.4 on the way, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.